What is going on, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to the BracketMentor channel. I am your host, Raul. If you are new to the channel, what can I tell you? The reason why I'm the guy behind this idea of BracketMentor is I've interviewed north of 200 people into or applying to corporate heavy jobs. And this particular group of people that I've interviewed, this bulk of my, human interaction dissection took about, this happened over like a 3-year time frame period. So that's a little unusual, especially if you're not a recruiter. I'm not a recruiter. I'm not an HR hiring manager. I am just a manager. I'm an IT manager. So of another department that does not usually rotate or revolve around hiring people that heavily. It just happened to be that just kind of fell in my lap, that role. And according to, executive leadership, I was pretty darn good at it. So yeah, I'll take the props there. But I think that if you are a manager, supervisor, director, any kind of management leadership role, regardless of the industry, whether it's IT, whether it's business, whether it's, fast food, it doesn't matter what industry you're in, we're on the same game. We're in the people business. And if you don't understand that, you're not going to be a very successful leader. Don't ever subtract the human factor from an industry, from a team, from a department. Until Elon Musk's predictions of robots taking over the world, until then, we're dealing with human beings with heartbeats, with emotions, with, their own personal agendas. And the sooner you realize that, the better your life will be. Enough of that. In BracketMentor, this idea really was born out of wanting to guide people. It started off with me wanting to help friends and family to gain jobs, to better themselves professionally. Not just professionally, of course. We don't want to just, seclude the benefits to that particular field, that area, but mainly professionally. Way too many people that I knew, I was like, man, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. Oh, man, I can't get a job like that. Dude, they got you. They played you. You're believing this lie. Anyway, so I started to help people to get better jobs. And, better it's such a opinionated word, right? It's not a factual statement. Better jobs, more specifically, higher paying jobs, or jobs that actually didn't make people miserable. And it started working. I started helping family. Oh my God. Oh, I got this. Oh man, I got this job. Oh man, thank you so much. Now, a few people, granted, never gave me thanks, even though I helped them gain jobs. Let that be what it is. Maybe a lesson for myself. But the vast majority were very thankful. And I was like, man, I need to keep the momentum going. I want to make this something greater than just helping friends and family. I want to help strangers. I want to help people. I want to be a positive impact in people's lives. So this came about, BracketMentor. So bam, slapped the website, bought a domain, made a logo, started, interviewing people that have interesting jobs, doing video interviews, and then basically dissecting, I hit the microphone, dissecting their journey. Like, how did you get into this field? How much does it cost to get in this field? How much does this field usually pay on average? Starting to build an online library. You can see it here in the channel. Just go to the videos, a few videos I have so far. But it's good stuff. It's good stuff. And it's been proven to be helpful already. So I'm going to keep this going. Along the way, somebody said, or a few people said, well, Ro, you give us all these tips on how to do interviews, how to do this, how to carry myself, but it's all theoretical. It's all theoretical. You're just telling me we're never seeing it. So people's interpretations of what you mean could vary. Very good point. Very good point. So I decided to go and apply to almost any job out there, not necessarily IT. And I started booking interviews. And because of the wonderful virus that's called COVID, we've been able to actually, yeah, I'm gonna blur that out because I don't want to name certain keywords that make demonetize this video. So because of the wonderful uh, biological reality that we're facing right now, um, working from home and remote interviews are a thing. So I've been able to just hit record, video capture some conversations. Some of them were video, some were just audio. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna play them for you, and we're gonna break them down. I've edited some of these videos just so I'm not sharing too much, even though I did not sign a non-disclosure note of any sorts in the agreement. I know how companies operate because I've been working in this field, heavy corporations, long enough to know that companies will try to get you. They feel like they're being exposed slash made vulnerable to competitors and etc. So I've edited some of the information out, but not enough to where I can't make my point. Like we're still gonna voice over and talk about why I said this, why did I say it, what did it meant, what was I going for, etc. Without any further ado, I talk too much, as you can obviously tell. Let's jump right into it.
Oh,
Hello.
how's everybody doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, thank God, pretty good. Hi, Mr. Raw.
Hello. How are you?
All right, nice to meet you. My name is Miss, and I'm one of Corey's colleagues, and we're very happy that you were able to spend a little time with us to discuss the possibility of working with us and joining our company.
Okay, first observations. Notice how she's saying the possibility of joining our company. And that's because she doesn't know who I am. We've been talking for a few seconds. I can be a pervert from the streets for all she cares wearing a tie. So she's being very cautious, very careful in her word selection. She can't make it seem like I have a job already because she can be opening up herself for some kind of legality. So she's being very cautious, which is good. That's the way she should do it. Let's keep going.
So again, my name is Miss, and I live in Beaumont, Texas. And as you can see, in Austin. Where do you live?
I live here it's in the outskirts of Fort Worth.
Okay, great. So you're a Texan. Gotta
Well, right
love it,
now.
right? Okay. So before we get started, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and what interests you about maybe working with us?
Okay, let me just preface what's about to happen. When they ask, tell us something about you, please don't tell them your hobbies. Please don't tell them the type of cartoons or movies you enjoy. Don't tell them the type of dogs you have. I mean, it's fun. Some people will chuckle at it, but that's not really what they want to hear. They're all here in agreement and giving up their time to see if you are a candidate that can join their team. They're not going to tell you you're a dummy for telling them those things, but those things add no value onto why they should hire you. Make sure you make every word count. Notice how I never talk about anything like quote unquote fun. I'm basically going to tell them why it is that I am applying for this job. Straight to the point. Absolutely. I am Raul Martinez, like you already know.
Mm-hmm.
I have been working in IT all my life. Immediately after I left high school, actually, I am currently an IT manager. I manage a few offices for my company. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, I live in Fort Worth, which is more or less like 40 minutes outside of Dallas. My
Mm-hmm.
employer is in Dallas, and after the entire work from home situation, COVID
Yeah.
happened, now I basically shaved 2 hours out of my day every day. I don't commute anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
it gave me a lot more back a lot of time back in my hands. I can get a lot more done from home. And I really want to be productive, monetize, capitalize on this extra time, because otherwise it's going to dissipate into something else, whether entertainment, a video game, it's going to go somewhere. And more than likely places that I don't want it to go to. And
Yeah.
I really want to be proactive, get ahead. Notice how I did not bring anything not related to work or to this position when she gave me the opportunity to. Instead, I brought up a real life scenario, a real life problem that I have, and how I plan to solve it with my employment with this company. The young lady on the left nodded her head in agreement, and the main interviewer actually chuckled out loud, because more than likely they've both been presented with this problem. Time will slip your hands if you don't take advantage of it. People love whenever they can relate to you, and vice versa. They will eat that stuff up. So make sure you don't talk about your Pokemon card collection, about the movies you've watched. Make sure you talk in common grounds. Let's keep going. Myself and beat just get ahead of the curve here and see what I can do, and if I can be a part of an organization or another organization that I can be productive and add value to, why not? At this point, a few minutes have gone by. They have a pretty decent idea of who I am, what I stand for, what are my beliefs, and things start to change interestingly. Let me show you what I mean.
So we would love to have you on board with us. So how much time do we have today? I can extend our presentation, or I can kind of just touch on the important points. Tell me how's your time factor today?
She is no longer being careful with her word selection. She literally said she would love for me to join the company. Now, to be completely honest, that was not very safe. She could be risking a lot by making those type of statements to a stranger, because that's basically what I am still, a stranger. She's only met me for a few minutes, but she feels comfortable enough that I have the abilities, the competency, the experience, and the confidence to deliver whatever I'm expected to do in this position. Little does she know that I'm not actually interested in it, but she made basically an unofficial offer to me as far as me joining her team. Now, she will then continue to show me, or try to show me, a presentation, so I kind of chopped it up a little bit and cut it short, but she is now asking me what my availability is beyond the agreed time. So the interview was just scheduled for I believe 30 minutes or 45 minutes. She's now asking me how much more time I have available to give them, because she wants to actually show me a presentation. She basically wants to onboard me like an employee orientation during the freaking live first call, which is totally bonkers. I mean, I'm just flattered, of course, but I start getting a little cocky. You'll see what I mean. I'm my next hour is open, but I do need to consume nutrients to keep me alive. So I probably say 5 minutes would be good.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Okay, let me do a little bit of a presentation. Cork, is it possible for me to share my screen?
Yes, ma'am. Let me.
Okay.
Yeah, so a little bit of a jerkish move there. I'm just losing interest of the conversation very rapidly at this point, because I've made my point and how they do want me. The girl on the left didn't have an issue with it. She found it humorous. But yeah, at this point, she's trying to show me a presentation to onboard me already. They're probably imagining all the good, all the benefit, all the help that I'm going to bring them, the relief that I'll bring to the team by my employment. But again, like I said, unfortunately, I'm not actually interested. I'm just trying to get this interview recorded, so I am less talkative in the rest of the interview.
Right then. Well, it was nice meeting you, Mr. Raul. And
Same here, I appreciate the time. Like I said, I'm always interested in doing something productive with my time, and this seems like it's a very noble cause, helping and educating people in their financial conversation that they're not so versed in. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I'll send that Zoom code, and I'll send you my phone number. So if you want to reach out to me, if you have any questions or anything else like that, I'm always available.
Definitely not a good idea to share personal cell phone numbers with strangers on first conversations. That's the whole point of using Zoom, so you don't actually share any personal data. But at this point they're imagining a future relationship with me, and they feel comfortable doing so. So I guess you can say this was a good interview. That's like a plan.
Sounds
Thank
great.
you.
Well, thank you. Have a good
Have a
day.
good one. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. So if you're still watching and made it through the end of this video, huge thank you to you. Thank you for the support. This was my very first interview recorded for this channel for this purpose. However, not my only one. I did more after this one. So make sure you subscribe and come back to the channel to check up on any updates on more videos. But for now, let me know if there's any other kind of interview or specific scenario you want me to record live, of course. And I'll do my best to try to make that happen. But for now, like always, thank you so much for tuning to Bracket Mentor. I am Raul, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.